Happy Self-Care Sunday. How's your Sunday morning and Sunday evening and Sunday afternoon going? I trust that you are having amazing, fantastic, and fabulous Sunday. All right, happy Self-Care Sunday, Stacy. Thank you so much for coming. Here you are, my dear friend Tessa-Marie. There you go. I will see your request. There you go. Hi, here you are, Colleen. Happy Self-Care Sunday. There you go.
Yeah, how are you guys doing this morning?
All right. Hi, Tessa.
Hello. How are you feeling today?
Feeling
Good
amazing.
morning, Emma. How are you feeling today? Good morning, Nancy. How are you guys feeling today?
Hi, Nancy. There you go. I'll wave. Happy
Hi, Don.
Self-Care Sunday, friends. Hi, Don. Hi.
Hello, Laura.
Hi, Laura. All right. Hello, Mr.
Chippy Chippy
Mr.
King. Good morning, dear.
That's a nice name.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Pick-chick, right? I think it's a pick-chick.
I don't know.
Something.
Whatever it is, you said good morning. So that's what matters.
Yes, good morning. Yes.
Just happy Mother's. Oh yeah, it's Happy Mother's Day in the United Kingdom. Happy Mother's Day!
Oh, I
all
didn't
of
know
those
that.
people in the United Kingdom.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah,
I didn't know
they
that.
have it before us. They do.
Wow,
So,
really ahead. Wow. Hi, Ezra. Happy
hi
Self-Care
Ezra,
Sunday.
how are you?
All right.
Ezra is going on match break vacation. It's match break for kids in Toronto. Kylie told me on Friday, tomorrow, hi Peter, good morning. Tomorrow is match break and I'm going to sleep in. She woke up at the same time.
Can't help it.
I know.
Yes. It is March break. It is March break, right? So that's
this person is from India. Hi,
yeah.
Happy International Women's Day was yesterday. Happy to see you come all the way from India.
Thank you.
So Yuko, let's get the show on the road. It's 9:30. These people are waiting.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time to join our Sunday self-care show. There you go. Oops, I dropped the pen. Sorry. Just 1 second. Accident happened. There you go. So we are going to talk about, it's so exciting, right? And then I think this is really something to do with Tessa. How she lives.
Not me.
How she lives.
Who stole the cookie from the cookie jar? Not me.
No, it's probably you. Everybody's gonna just, yeah, that's Tessa. I'm sure they feel that way too. So we're gonna talk. Today's topic is build your own blue zones for longer and better life. How juicy is that, right? And this topic from Tessa. I really love this topic because we really should learn and know, especially you're a little bit older than me, so I wanna know.
No. I chose that topic, right?
Yes.
Because it is necessary. A lot of our followers are not as old as you, and certainly most of them could maybe be my daughter if I was blessed at 22 when I got married to get pregnant. I had to wait 7 years. It just happened, not because I was on birth control. It was apparently it runs in the family. My mother did the same. But and then they're always amazed at what you do. A lot of people ask us questions and sends note to us about things. And I have, my friend Colleen is there. Ezra, there's some people that Ezra is my relative, and Colleen and I have been friends for maybe 30 years or more. And so we have a lot in common, things that we do.
Yes.
So
yes.
The blue zone, as you know, is not a place. The blue zone is only because when they went to look why people are living to be 100 and still active and still enjoying life and still able to move, they use a blue pen to circle the area.
That's interesting.
That is how they gave it the name, the blue zone.
You mean like a blue pen? You
Yes,
always
a
tell
pen
us to
like we
use
use when
blue
we're
pen?
writing our goals, dreams, and desires. Okay.
Yes.
So the blue zone
Yeah.
is a way of life. It's not different from what we do, but it's
Mm-hmm.
different, is a different way of doing it.
Different
And to be
way of
honest,
doing
we
it.
talk
Okay.
about it a lot. We the two of us, Morning Blessings, Sunday Self Care Show
Mm-hmm.
on the YouTube channel, we talk about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So when you want to set up a blue zone, you have to realize your words, it starts with your thoughts.
Yes.
So we all know, we all have seen the person who is sitting in a chair and at a certain age, not because they're 90, but because they could be 60 or 70, and they have to get help to just get out of the
Oh,
chair.
yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we all know that movement is what helps us to move.
Mm-hmm.
A rolling stone, they say, gathers no moss. If a
Yes.
stone is sitting on a hill and it's not moving, moss is going to come on it. When moss
Yeah.
comes, the stone is not breathing,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we all know what moss looks like. So
Mm-hmm.
the blue zone idea is to do certain things to alter your life.
Yes. Continuously.
Yes.
Continuously.
It's not only a thought, it's a word, it's everything. It's like a breath
Everything.
of everything. And I talk about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they say, I wrote some of my notes down. Make breakfast your biggest meal of the day. It should include protein and carbohydrates, complex
Mm-hmm.
ones, and plant-based fats. It doesn't have to be at 7 a.m.
It doesn't
So if
have
you're
to
a
be a 7
person
a.m. Yep.
that do not enjoy having, hi Kathleen, good
Yes.
morning,
Yes. Hi,
do not
Kathleen.
enjoy having breakfast early, then you can have your breakfast at noon. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
It doesn't have to be like 7. It
No,
doesn't
it
have to be.
does it, and because sometimes your body hasn't even digested properly what you ate
Yeah.
last night.
That's true too. Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
breakfast and you feel sluggish.
Yep.
And you can have it in several different ways. But when you're
Okay.
preparing food,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be in a good way to prepare the food. You have to do small things. What can you
Mm-hmm.
do? You live in an apartment, Tessa-Marie, I don't have space for a garden. What
Yes.
do
Some
you do?
people they say that. So what should we do?
You
Like,
don't have space for a garden, but you have space for a pot. You can just a little bit of parsley is growing, or some thyme, some mint,
that's a
some
great
basil.
idea. Yeah,
Just
that's a
small
really great
things that
idea.
is trying to implement small things
Yeah.
in your life.
Yeah. That's yeah. I have a friend. She's growing like herbs with little pots actually in her kitchen. Like put them by the windows, right? So you're right.
So,
There's
so
always
think
space.
think about it. She has that pot by the window. Do you know how she feels when she can clip
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of those spices and put it
Yeah.
in what she's cooking? It's so easy. Just clip a little, put it there. Clip a little, put it. It's a
I'm sure she's
feeling.
smiling, like,
Yes,
putting
yes.
good energy into
So
it, right?
when
Yeah.
they did the Blue Zone, and they didn't have it on Netflix, they
Yes.
went all around the world. They went to Okinawa in
Yep.
Japan, Italy, Spain, Africa, everywhere they could find,
Everywhere.
you
Yes.
know. And even if it's funny, we have a Blue Zone area in Canada.
That
So we have a
that
small,
was surprising until you found out.
yes. And
What?
yeah, and it's just how people choose to live their life doing that. But is maintaining that. What we do in the
Oh,
modern
okay.
world, when we face people at 55, I can't wait to retire. I can't wait to retire. If they make retirement like the end of the world, what are you going to do? Nothing. I'm just going to sit down.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Yeah. Just like sit in, like do nothing. That's my
Yeah.
retirement, right?
But there's
Yes.
no such thing as that, because the body
No.
has to keep moving if you are inside of it.
That's so true.
and and
That's so
and
true.
there
Yes.
there's things you have to do, like some people will not. You can have soup for breakfast. You
Mm-hmm.
can make a vegetable soup,
Yeah.
and you can either add meat, or you don't have meat, and you can make it spicy, you can make it sweet and sour.
Yes.
It does not always have to be bacon and eggs, and it doesn't always have to be cereal.
Mm-hmm.
It is Try it. Our friend Jean, she's from New Orleans or Louisiana, I think, Jean. And Jean, I was coaching you for yesterday, and she told me that she has gone vegan. And
Really?
yes,
Wow.
she went vegan, and she wanted to go vegan because she felt she wasn't feeling good. And she said she started, I think, September. She's lost weight, but she said most importantly, I feel so good. She said, my body
Feeling
feels,
that
yes.
like the feeling, right?
So
Yes, that's very important.
yeah, and is what she said she's eating, she has more
Yeah.
energy. And another thing she did that people, there's many of you who are still working,
Mm-hmm.
or your husbands are working, and they
Mm-hmm.
have the ability to have a free massages that they paid for. This is a benefit, but they don't use it. She went for her massage yesterday before she came on, and you could see the flush in her face. All of that. Don't you know, in Italy they do that. In Spain, you go there, you get massages all over, especially
Yes.
in the east,
Yes. Japan too.
in Japan,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and all
Very
over.
accessible
Yeah,
massage.
you
Yeah.
have to. I get a Thai massage, and a Thai
Mm-hmm.
massage is literally somebody moving the energy of your body, getting the blood flow. She would
Yeah.
sometimes put her feet on my
Mm-hmm.
thigh, on the inner thigh,
Mm-hmm.
just so she stops the blood from flowing, so that it
Yeah.
runs and it
That's
starts
very
moving
important.
again. So these are little things,
Yep.
though. In Ghana, we can eat boiled yam, fried fish with spinach for breakfast. Yes.
Ooh, yam. Talking about yam, yam is one of the what is called the vegetables. Blue zone people they eat more often, especially Okinawa in
Yes,
Japan.
yes, they
Yes.
eat a lot of the yams. When
Yeah.
you went looking at it, they talk about what they eat.
Yeah.
Um, Another thing that people do not realize, you should eat breakfast at home or prepare it. Even if you're going to work, bring it with you and eat it at work.
Yes.
When you go, you
I
stop
think
for
that's
breakfast of
so good.
a bagel with cream cheese and all of this, and you're gobbling and you're not chewing. It's you have to do something
Yes,
in
that's
the
important.
moment
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
enjoy what you're doing.
I totally
Um,
agree with you, Tessa, because I watched the show, The Blue Zones,
you
and
watch
then
the good.
I watched the show,
Yeah.
Netflix, of course, right? So the people, they prepare, they take time, they enjoy preparing food, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, of course,
That
yeah,
is my
that's so
favorite thing
important.
to do. I love to entertain and to prepare meals for people. You know that.
I
I am
know
never,
that.
look at when you
Yes,
came the very first time I met you at the
yeah.
train station, and on our way back I said we're going to pick leaves, grape leaves. Have you
Oh,
guys ever picked?
the moment you pick up the leaves on the street.
Yeah, that was when you said that. That wasn't true. The vines were growing, and I picked up grape
Oh,
leaves. Have you grape leaves grows everywhere. They're
that was amazing, though. I didn't realize the grape leaves. I mean, I'm pretty sure I see in my neighborhood, but I didn't realize that until you start picking. I just like, that's grape leaves look like and edible. You
It's so
taught me.
amazing. And
Yeah,
we came home, and the first, I always did it. I had a friend, when I
yeah.
say Middle East, somebody corrected me, so I'm just not going there, wherever this man came
Okay.
from the bank.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he said, I'm going to bring you something my mother made. He was a customer, and he brought me this, and I devoured it.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to make it, but I knew what the ingredients were.
Yes, yes.
And I recognized the grape leaves. They were growing in my backyard, on the trees at the back
Yeah,
and hanging, right?
yeah.
So I started picking the younger ones, and then I did it with meat, with what you call that, minced meat,
Minced meat. Yeah,
and seasoning and all
yeah.
of whatever I put in there, and blanch the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
You take the younger, wider ones, blanch them, cut the little stems off, and roll
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
them up, and you
Yeah,
steam them, and
yeah.
then you pour olive oil over them.
It was
So,
so good. Oh,
so
you use a spice too,
yes,
actually.
lots of some spices that you like. You don't have to do spices like how I choose
Yes,
spices.
yes.
My niece came from New York and she wanted it. I had no meat, but I had walnuts. So you guys have
I
those
had
things in the.
walnuts too. Yes,
So
that
you
was
you
great.
pre-soak the walnut to take off the bitterness, and then you just crush it in your blender, your machine. You add
Yeah,
seasoning, onion, and garlic. And then my son-in-law came, and
yeah,
he's sitting there and he loves
yeah.
it. So I gave him a whole bowl of it. And he said, "Oh, these are so nice." And then my niece Michelle said, "Yeah, they're made. It's not meat." He said, "Yeah, it's meat. I'm sure it's meat." And it wasn't, it was nuts. It was just
Walnuts.
walnuts.
But the walnut is also the blue zone people,
Yes,
the liver, they eat nuts,
they
nuts
eat
and
nuts.
seeds too.
Yeah, and sometimes if you notice you cannot digest it, soak it.
That's
Soak.
a great tip. You
You
know
can
what? I'll do that. Yeah.
soak your nuts in some warm water for a
Okay.
few minutes, and then just take them out. Let them sit on some paper towel, and you can
Okay.
have them. You
So
can add salt. You can
I
add,
can eat it. I
yeah,
can
you
eat
can
it.
have salt,
Okay.
chili
Yeah.
pepper, cayenne pepper, whatever you want with it.
Oh, that's a good tip because sometimes I experience a little bit of indigestion,
Yeah.
right? So I'll do that though. And then
And,
like you,
and
yeah,
and and nuts have to be chewed. You have to chew them. Don't just have chunks going down your stomach.
that's right.
It's not going to work. So
Stacy, she knows you're here. Does
that's,
Tessa know I'm here?
I,
Yes,
I said hello to
yes.
you. I did. So
You know what? Yes. Thank you, Tessa. Like because I'm very thankful, and then she starting to start from food, right? And then because I like it, do like 5 tips, 3 tips, those ones too.
yeah,
Actually, my first one is I break into 5 tips, but
yeah,
my first one is actually food. It's kind of funny you start with from food too, right?
of course. And okay, and this is not
Yeah.
wine. This is
No,
just
that's wine.
no, that's pomegranate juice with a lemon cube in there with
Mm,
ice. That's
really?
my drink right now.
Are you sure? All right. Oh, we do the cheers. I'm drinking collagen, but
Okay, I had collagen coffee before. So
mm-hmm.
this is if you want to get pomegranate juice, for example, like you said,
Yeah.
food, or add some lemon to it. And
Mm-hmm.
if you have the
Lemon.
time, drop a couple of cloves in there because
Mm-hmm.
the cloves gives it another flavor, another
Mm.
aroma that makes it tasty.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because
That's a
as
great
soon as
tip.
you put cloves in water, it will start to send its energy out to the juice, and it will have that clove taste, which is really good for your ingestion again.
Love the smell of cloves, though.
Okay,
Well,
so
it's, yeah.
talk about what you have on your wonderful list before you let me.
Okay, thank you so much. Number 2 is regular physical activity, such as like walking, gardening, biking, dancing, something like that too.
Okay,
That's the blue zone people. It's in common.
talk about some of what the blue zone people do for movement.
Mm-hmm.
You saw what they in Italy they walk a
Oh,
lot.
they heal too.
Yeah, up
Yeah,
the
it's a
little
place. Yeah,
hills, and they walk
yeah,
to church, and in
yeah,
Spain they do the same. In France, people are constantly
yeah,
walking.
yeah.
And they walk
Constantly
with
walking.
ease. They're never walking like hell broke loose and they have to get out of here. They always
They're like just like
walk. Yeah, no. When they're going, and they are always in groups with friends, with
that's
family. Yet
true.
in
Yeah,
North America, we don't even say hello to our neighbors.
that's
You
sad.
know, we just
Yeah,
look at them and and so talk about
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So it's said on my research, and then what I see. I've been to Okinawa, okay, twice.
Yes.
The blue zone area too, and then I can see that when people, even if old people, they are very active. And then they do gardening, even if like old lady, they're just like getting up in the morning and they have a garden. So they make their own, most of them, they may make their own food. Or also they visit their family by family or friends, by walking, and they getting together, having a tea,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's the morning, okay? Nighttime maybe turn into a different drink. But having a tea, they're just chatting, laughing. They're not arguing with what's wrong with the government, what's wrong with this system. They are just like having fun, just talking about, oh, what's going on? My gosh, you look so beautiful today. Or, oh my gosh, you look handsome today. Something like makes us laugh. So
They do.
that, yeah.
They do. And you know what? That was it was like, even in North America.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Families lived well, in this more or less in the same block, and
mm-hmm.
they had family dinner. They eat
Yeah,
together
they
and
eat
and you
together.
laugh. And of course, when you have to realize that it's okay to have an argument.
Mm-hmm.
you know, because there's
That's
going
true.
to be different
Yeah.
personalities, but that stimulates it.
Mm-hmm.
I have friends that I know well from before, and I remember this particular family. They brought her mother from
Mm-hmm.
Trinidad and Tobago to
Mm-hmm.
Canada, and they she was here. So they went to work, and she was in this house.
Alone?
Then alone because
Oh.
they had to go to work, but they thought it was okay. So
Mm.
anyway, the lady got so out of it. She had no communication, nobody to talk to. Winter time, she opens the window and she peeks outside. She cannot even open it. She's looking through the glass, even if it's summer. Another one, in an apartment building, and she would come down to the lobby, but nobody spoke to her. In less than
Yeah.
18
Yeah.
months, both of these women were in old age homes,
Yeah.
suffering dementia.
Yeah.
Because there was no
The
conversation.
conversation, which is, you know what? That leads to number 3, social connections too.
Yes,
Yes.
you
Like,
know,
you know,
so
build
create.
your own, yeah, build your own blue zones, social connection.
Yes, one of the things in that field is to be able to communicate. It's best they had lived, these women, in the Caribbean, because let's just say you're in a small village, if you guys
Okay.
don't know, and you have a mango tree or banana tree
Mm.
with ripe bananas on it, or mango tree or cherry trees. They have all these things. And some kids come, I'm going to steal your bananas to eat, or running around and picking your mango, or an apple tree like they do here. What does
Mm-hmm.
the old lady do? Get off my property!
Yeah,
She's
that's
taking
so true.
yeah,
In
that
Japan, same way. Yes,
that alone is stimulating her
yeah,
blood flow.
that's true
You
too. I get
know,
yelled a couple times
yes.
by the old guy
Yeah, somebody,
stealing persimmons and stealing
yes.
chestnuts,
Yes, exactly. You got it. Or stealing an apple.
orange.
So they say, get off my, they take a stick. They can hardly do
Yeah,
anything, but their blood now is
yeah,
flowing.
yeah,
You know, so now when they meet their friends at their meet for afternoon tea, or a
yeah,
glass of wine and cheese
yeah,
and bread, like they do in France and Italy. Oh, you know, your grandson was stealing my persimmons last
yeah, yeah.
night. You see what I mean? So it's all of that that
It's
keeps
all
it
of that. Yeah.
going.
And laughing, right? And then maybe the guy side, oh, you used to do that the same way. You remember?
Yeah. Remember, you
Oh,
used to
and
help
then,
me go steal. You know
yeah.
what I mean? So
So that really helped. Like you said, blood stream too,
the
right? That
blood
gives
flows.
some
You
energy
move,
to
yeah.
energy.
They
Yes.
breathe deeper because they're going, oh, hi, Nadi, how are
Hi,
you? So they're
Daddy.
breathing deeper now because they're stimulating their cell from the
That's
blue zone
right.
is just communicating. The lady came from
Communication.
Trinidad. In 18 months, she had Alzheimer's and she was fine, and she was in a
Yeah.
nursing home.
Yep. You know, it is that loneliness is a number one
It's
killer.
loneliness. It's loneliness.
Yeah.
And so if you have a friend, creating your own blue
Yep.
zone is making sure you communicate with others. Some people will tell me, I've had someone say to me, I call you the last time, so it's your turn to call me next time. I'm thinking, if I want to talk to you, I'll just call you. I do not have to have a turn to do this.
Yeah, so
So
true. That's so true.
rather
You are
than sit
making a
there
rules.
and they sit there seething, oh, she's not calling me. Just call.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have something to say, call.
That's it.
And then say, why don't you
Simple.
ever pick up the phone and call? You can say that
That's
then,
it. Yeah.
but
Yeah,
call.
that's simple. That's like that is like build your own
Oh, in
blue
blue
zone.
zone.
Yes.
You know who you can talk with, the
Yep.
conversation.
Yeah.
And you can say, I'm calling you out, let's have a 5-minute conversation. Do
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. And usually it's always turned, it's not as bad as you think.
no.
Some people just like, oh, I don't know, she might be busy. I don't know, she might be sleeping. If she's sleeping, she will not answer the phone. If she's busy, she's gonna say, I can call you later. That's all. But some people they just like they got too much in their head and they don't take action. And then like that leads to
And a
loneliness
thing
too.
you have to be able to do in the blue zone, you notice they help each
They
other. Everybody was
do.
helping each
They
other.
do. Yes, yes.
They
That's
help.
very important.
They help. The neighbors help. They come to the garden. You're weeding.
Yes.
They're weeding. A little bit of doing it,
Mm-hmm.
overthinking. As is exactly, Nadi. That's right.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
in the living in the blue zone, you have to have the ability to accept help, or
Yep.
to when somebody say I can help you, say yes, thank you. The
Mm-hmm.
people who do not accept help from another human being is because they do not want to give any help. They, they,
That's
they
yeah.
don't. If you accept, they'll feel like, well, I have to help them now. No, you
Like
don't have to.
oh, like
Yes. So all
oh,
of that
feeling
is,
owing something.
yeah, and that is their thought affects how
Yeah.
you live. And it's not only your food, it's your entire
Yeah.
being that is part of the blue zone.
That's right.
Watch
It's
them well. That
giving,
didn't mean they
giving.
didn't
Yeah.
drink wine. They drank wine. They drank whatever.
That's so true. You know what? So there is a. I was watching video, and then like the like I'm Blue Zone author of Blue Zone Dan, right? And then his life, and then he said 90% of Blue Zone people they do drink. I just like yes, that's it.
Right up, Ducos Ali.
They
No,
do drink, but they get together. They don't drink alone.
no.
They get together
Yeah, you make
and drink.
plans.
Have
Yes,
a drink.
Stacy.
Yes, Stacy. Thank you.
So
Three glasses of wine.
invite somebody over and say, come, especially when you have
Yeah.
spent all these winter months alone. Just invite,
Mm-hmm.
say, come over. Let's have some wine, some cheese, or whatever you can cook. Do some
Yeah.
grape leaves and cook in the kitchen like you
Oh
and
yeah.
I did, and share things with each other.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
or have a small barbecue and have everybody just sit and relax and enjoy themselves.
That's like it's. You remember that actually not only not wine. We always talk about tea we
Yes,
had one night. That night we had a
yes.
tea together.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good.
Yeah,
It was so
because
good.
it was really nice. We sat, the lights were
Yeah.
low. We were both into pajamas and we
Yeah.
made this tea and we just sat in the living room and smiling and
Yeah.
enjoying tea.
And like holding tea like this, right?
Yeah, the
Both
cup was
hands.
to be held this way. And
Yeah.
even the other time when we sat in the living room and the petals, we were actually so much in the zone that we
Mm-hmm.
realized the petals were falling from the flowers. Remember that?
It happened twice,
It
so Tessa.
happened twice. It happened twice, and we were able to
Yes.
capture it. How many times have you have flowers in your home and you
Yeah.
can see the petals
Yeah.
dropping?
We weren't staring at the
No, we weren't
flowers.
sharing.
Yeah.
It was just because we were
Yeah.
in the moment. Another thing we have to, hi Erica, another thing we have to
Yeah.
realize to do is buy yourself some flowers. Buy some. How
Mm-hmm.
shocking! You could pick up on drinking in the blue zone. Yeah, how shocking!
Right, Dom? I don't know. How did it happen?
Yeah. So why don't you buy flowers or even greenery?
Love
You
it.
don't
Yeah.
have flowers,
Yeah.
but you have a pine tree in your
Yep.
front yard or your backyard.
Yep.
Cut a piece of that pine tree, put it in a vase with some warm water,
Mm-hmm.
and it
Mm-hmm.
will feel, you just send that aroma all through the
Yeah.
house.
I remember your coffee table and in living room
Yeah.
you got from the backyard, right? The
Yes.
roses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
roses were from the backyard, but you can also, if you don't have roses, you have
Yes.
some pine. Cut a piece of that pine, put warm water or hot water in the vase, stick the pine
Oh,
in, and it
okay.
will bring it will fuse. All of those things is part of living in the blue zone.
Yeah. So you can
You
build your own
can
blue zone. Even
create
if
your
you
own
don't
blue
have a
zone.
garden like you
No,
do.
even if you don't have a garden, you can bring a little piece of the garden to you
Mm-hmm.
by buying yourself some flowers or picking some wild vines from when you're out working somewhere and you
Yep.
see you pick some wild vines and you
Yep.
bring them, and sometimes you just leave them in
True.
the house. The warmth of the house will help them to you'll find the lightness in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. The plants
A
make a
big
big difference.
difference.
Yeah.
And then the other way to even the blue zone is your bedroom. What is going on in there?
What's going on in there?
Does it look like you're fighting to find the bed? Why is the treadmill in there and it has clothes on it? Move it,
That's
put
right.
it
It's a
the other.
multitask bedroom.
No,
Bedroom
it
is for
becomes, yeah,
sleeping
it's
too, right?
for sleeping. They talk about taking a siesta, a nap. They rest.
Mm-hmm.
They
Mm-hmm.
they do eat almost all the foods. For example, preparing yourself
Yep.
your dinner getting ready to prepare the week's dinner on Sunday. What you're going to cook, have the recipes ready, is all of it. The most important thing, though,
Yes.
for us in North America, treadmill in garage, I agree with you, Laura.
Yes, yes.
The most
Not in the
important
bedroom.
thing in North America for us to remember is, guess what? What did I have it? I wrote it down.
Yes.
How do you sit to eat?
How?
Yeah, where do you eat?
Some people, they eat on the couch watching TV too.
That is deadly.
Yeah,
You never
yeah. I've
see the
seen
blue
some
zone
people.
people, the people in the blue zone, they're always in the moment having the meal.
Yes.
Okay, if you don't believe in a God and you believe the government allows it, you must have it, which is fine. But
Mm-hmm.
at least give thanks that you have something to eat. Say, you know what, I'm so happy and grateful.
Yeah.
I prepared this amazing meal.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah. They do that too. They take their time.
Pause
It
to eat.
maybe,
Turn
yeah,
off the
even,
TV.
yeah,
And
they do turn
if you are
off the TV.
fortunate
Yeah.
or blessed to have somebody sitting across the table with you,
Mm-hmm.
communicate with them.
Yeah.
Have a glass of
true.
wine. Don't just everybody eating and rushing out. Pull everybody back down. And, bless your food. Bless the hands that prepare. So, I'm so grateful. You know what? Your husband barbecued or your significant other barbecue. Say thank you. And you're not going to become an alcoholic if you have a glass of wine with your dinner.
Yes. Just take your time and drink
take
it.
your time.
You always say like savor it. I forgot, like just like you know,
make it
just like
saturate your mouth. Feel
saturate
it.
the mouth. It's not like go. I see some people, they're just like drinking wine, like gobbling, just like water.
Well, that's fine if they want to do that. But if you're having your dinner, make sure at least you give yourself the pride and joy of setting the table to sit to eat.
That's very important.
Just
you
put
can, like everybody can do that.
A placemat on the plate, a knife and a fork, a glass of wine, a glass of water. And not in front of the TV.
Not in front. Yeah. The Blue Zone people, it says, Blue Zone people, they don't watch TV. They take their time to food too. And then they eat 80%. They don't eat till they're full because they're taking their time. It says takes 20 minutes from from the stomach to brain to send a signal to full. So imagine if you eat like so quick, you're just like overeating, right? But if you take 20 minutes, like Tessa, little piece, you just like, a lot of chewing, taking time, you will be full.
Yes,
the smaller amount of
having a conversation at the table.
Yeah.
And if you are pausing, and if you're relaxed to eat, so you take your time to chew, you have to masticate, chew that food, so it has to be like mush when it goes to your stomach. Another thing they will do, they will have half a glass of water before they begin eating.
Yeah, very important.
Yeah, so they will drink some water, then they begin, but they take their time to chew the food because you're talking to somebody. And that is why people in France and Italy, when you go to the cafes, you say they're there forever. They're conversing.
Yeah. Oh, you've been there, right? So
yes.
You saw how they eat.
It takes longer.
Yeah.
20 minutes. But if you're sitting by yourself and you're watching the news and you're thinking, I have to do the dishes, and you're...
You know what? But sometimes we don't even remember the taste of the food.
Exactly.
Actually. Yeah.
So the blue zone people, where they have these blue zones, they take in Sedona in Italy and all those places in Greece, they take them their time to eat.
Yes.
But
maybe how about but how about the people live in North America or Japan, not Okinawa? They said, I'm working. I raise kids. I don't have time to take 20 minutes every day. So what do you suggest?
Well, okay. So when somebody tells me, Tessa-Marie, I don't have time to relax and eat in 20 minutes. I say, well,
there's always those people.
I said, yeah, you don't do it now. You'll do it when you're 50 because you won't be able to move. So you'll be relaxing all the time. because you overate it. You didn't
So
take
you're
care
gonna
of
let them
yourself.
think, yeah.
So I don't have time, but I'll watch the Kardashian all weekend. I don't have time. I will watch this one
I know.
all the weekend. Do you see
You're
how long
you're
it takes
so
them to
right.
eat?
You're so right.
I don't have time for myself, but I have time to watch people behaving badly on TV. It makes no sense.
That's so true. Like, okay, I know some people are like, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time, but they have a time, sit
To go home
down
and
and
watch
watch
The Young and the Restless, and then they talk about
Young
it
and
like
Restless.
they talk about The Young and the Restless, and I'm so confused, and I'm saying, do you guys know who are these people?
What?
And they said, what people? I said, those people you're talking about, and they said, oh, that's The Young and the Restless, and I go, who? So that's how I was introduced to it.
I know they do have
So
a time to watch
I
Young
don't
and
have time to
Restless.
cook a meal, Tessa-Marie, but you have it. You have it. What time you go to sit and watch all those things on TV? So you don't have
That's right.
time now. You won't. You will have all the time later on with nothing to do. So my whole
Yeah.
philosophy on this
Okay.
is to live
Yep.
like no one else now, so you can
Live
live
like no
like no
one
one
else
else
now.
later. So what are you doing? When you live like no
Mm.
one else, you're doing things to enhance your life.
Yeah. Yeah. You know
And you're
what?
and you're
Yeah.
going against the grain.
Mm-hmm.
Against the grain is to be constantly on the move, eating and running at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
eating and jumping off the boat at the same time, eating like you're on a horse and you have to eat while you're on the horse.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but that is
That's
not
true.
it. So what about you decide when you are eating,
Mm-hmm.
you put the cell phone away. Jillian and her husband showed up one day. I told you that, and they're on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
And they came to visit me. You know what I did? I just got up and I went in the kitchen
Mm.
and to do whatever I wanted to do in there.
Yep.
So she came, she said,
Yeah.
why did you leave? I said, well, what's the point? You guys are both on your phone.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
did. So they never did it again.
Yeah.
So you have to live like no one else
Mm-hmm.
now, so you can live like no one else later on. Be grateful. Enjoy what you do. Let
Mm-hmm.
other people live their life. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Have friends over. Talk to your friends, even if their friend doesn't have time to talk. Force them to sit on their ass and talk to you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
basically what you're doing.
Yeah. I
Eat
love those. Yeah.
eat 80% of your stomach full.
80%. Take
Have
your
a
time. 20
conversation
minutes.
while
Yeah.
you're eating with others
I love it.
at the table. Have a glass of wine, a glass of juice, or whatever.
Yeah.
Slow down
Yeah. Yeah.
so you can live longer. You know what they say? Go slow so you can go further. That
Mm-hmm.
applies to living your life. Go
I like
slow
that.
through life so
Yeah.
that you have a longer
Yeah.
life, an
So take your
enjoyable
time to eat
life.
meal. Yeah. Take your time to eat meal so you can live
You
longer.
can live
You know what? Yeah.
longer.
Surprisingly, it says the Blue Zone people, they don't go to the gym. They don't buy the some company said, oh, this is superfood, you should buy. So they don't do like that because they take action throughout their life,
All
living
the
a
time.
healthy life. Yes,
All the time.
all the
It's
time.
consistency.
Yeah,
You
consistency.
don't see people who are living in the blue zone jogging for an hour. You don't see
No,
that,
no,
but they're moving
they're moving
during the hour.
consistent. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
and that is
that's true.
consistency that gives the action. Like when I
Mm-hmm.
talk about and I say compound interest,
Yeah,
it's small amount every day that builds it.
yes, I love that. So, can I go number four?
Yes.
We kind of talked about it, but number four, we're gonna, do it. But stress management. There are Blue Zone people, Blue Zones people. They are really good at stress management daily. Like they do like some people they do like yoga or the way and naturally they know how to breathe, deep breathing too, and they know they can laugh each other,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, and they know if something happened, they're just like, okay, you know, just let it go.
Let it
Yeah,
go.
they're like attitude.
And they have faith. So in some
Yes,
cases they
faith
pray.
too.
They go to a
Yeah,
temple or to a church, or
yeah.
they have communication
Oh
with
yes.
others, that
Yeah.
or they go to a community where well,
Yes.
a community prayer and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
They exercise, but another thing that they do is we have books for Kylie. Okay, let's Blue Zone together. You had 11 them at 34 Brain Farmers Market goodies, and we have books for Kylie. Okay, I'll do that.
That
Kathleen
sounds
is
good.
going to be there. So another thing we have to remember to
Yes.
do is to make sure that one of the things we have is to have time to meditate. And it's not mean you go and you sit in a lotus position.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about that.
So how do we do that? Build our own blue
I did a
zones.
little I did a little reel about my bedroom, just showing the top half of the bedroom, right? And I showed the chair. It's a white chair, but I had a massage thing on it.
Yes.
Sit in a chair somewhere that is still. There's a window right next on my right of me, so I can look out the window. Just sit. You do not have to go into no.
Yeah. You know, some people say, I can't do that. Like, you don't need to, like you said, lotus, right?
Yeah, just
Position,
sit
anything.
quietly,
Yeah.
fold your arms, put a shawl over you,
Yeah.
something. Relax, just close your
Yeah, so
eyes for a
relaxing, like
moment.
Stacy said.
And
Yeah.
whatever thoughts come in that are pleasant, let them go, let them come. Just let them travel. If something coming about going to have a fight with a family member or your neighbor, say not now. Just
Yeah. You know what? I've have some people told me that I can't block the thought coming up. She used block. She said that's why I can't meditate. She told me.
yes, you can. But you see, the thing is that a lot of us, everything is in small amounts. You cannot meditate for half an hour, but you can maybe meditate for 5 minutes. You cannot do 5, you can do 1. Just
So
sit
start small.
and just sit here for a minute. That's all you have to do. Just go and
So
just
you can start small. Yeah.
and just say, I'm going to do that every night before I go to bed. I'm going to sit in a chair in my living room, lights out low. I'm going to sip on a glass of water or something or nothing.
Yeah.
And just put
I'm sure everybody will have 5 minutes or 1 minute or
fine
1
5
minute or
minutes.
5 minutes.
If you're going into bed and you find yourself tossing and turning, get out of that bed, for goodness sake, and walk, pace through the house for a moment. Release that thing.
Yeah, toss and turn. You know, the people say toss and turn. What usually they say that. Oh my gosh, I'm start thinking about that things, and I couldn't sleep, right? So that
Yes, you go
heavy things.
1%. That's
Yeah.
true. So you just do 1 minute. You can't do 1 minute. Set your watch on a timer and say, okay, I'm going to do 30 minutes. And just wait for the timer. Even if you're concentrating on waiting for the timer, it's better than concentrating on having a fight with your neighbor. It's better than that. So and try eating only 2 meals a day. Big late morning brunch and second meal around 5 p.m. This is how I eat. I drink a lot of liquids in the morning.
Yeah.
I drink maybe 2 liters a liter. I don't know. I just drink a lot of water when I wake
you
up.
do.
And then I have a tea that is cumin and fennel and cardamom. I drink that after,
so
and then I will have a creamy coffee.
Creamy coffee, yes.
Yeah, so
Just like a dessert, right?
I am allergic to milk, so I have an oatmeal coffee, oat milk in my coffee, and it's sweet, and I enjoy that, and it's hot. I preheat. I make it into a ritual. I preheat my cups before I make tea or coffee. So I put my cups with water in it in the microwave to get it hot. I preheat my oat milk also in that same cup back to the microwave, preheat it. Then I did the coffee.
Yeah.
Stir it and it's warm, it's hot.
Yeah.
And
but by doing that, make it more special.
Yes.
Make you,
It's a ritual.
Yeah.
I'm giving myself time to drink it. I do not have to gobble the coffee.
Some people, they just like orange. Like that, right?
Just sit for a moment and take the coffee in a little bit with that cream or no cream or just black coffee, but at least make it special. Get a special cup. You guys heard what happened to me a few Fridays ago. I fell for
Yeah.
a creamy coffee. I called Colleen because I thought I was going crazy.
Yeah.
I got into the kitchen
Thanks to
cabinet. I
me.
opened where all the mugs are, and I'm looking
What
there.
should I do?
And I realized my brain is on having a conversation. What mug should I get? And I'm stuck in that with my brain. Finally, I chose a mug, and as I'm walking, I started laughing. The biggest decision you made today was choosing a mug to have your
Oh my
coffee.
gosh, what a tough life, Tessa. We all feel sorry.
I know, and it's a big thing. It's a really big choice. Anyway, but that's what it is. Make your meals interesting. I eat a solid meal maybe around 9:30, quarter to 10.
Okay.
I might end up having an apple, crackers,
Yep.
some cheese. But by 5 o'clock, if I haven't had dinner, I cannot have it anymore because I need to have it digested.
Yes. Sometimes like our meeting goes a little bit longer,
Hi,
and
Rosie.
Tessa just like, I gotta eat. I
Welcome.
gotta eat.
No,
Before
look at
5, I
Rosie.
gotta eat.
Oh, I can't believe she's up. California time. It's 7
Hi,
a.m. What happened
Rosie.
to you? Oh,
Happy
it's even worse.
Self-Care Sunday. Yes.
So
Anyway, Tessa, you always just like, before 5, I
I
gotta eat. Gotta
have to
go.
eat. I have to eat because I know if I eat any later than that, I go to bed. Thank you, Rosie. Nice. Thank you for coming. If I go to bed later than 8:15, time change, yeah,
Yeah, I
10:15,
know.
oh, something like that, getting ready
Yes.
for bed. Then I
I
don't
woke up
sleep too
early
good.
today.
So I
Yes.
have something here. Never eat standing up. Never have your meal eating standing up. Never
Okay.
eat while driving. You can pluck a hair, but you cannot eat.
Some people
Never eat
that's
while
their
driving.
breakfast stuff, breakfast time, right?
Yeah,
Driving and eat
eating.
donuts and
Yeah.
driving and muffins. Yeah. I'm sorry.
When you eat
Yes.
alone, when you're eating alone, just eat. Avoid reading, watching TV, or pursuing or on the phone, perusing on your phone. So that's
That's a bad
a few
habit.
of them.
Yes.
Computer, all of which leads to faster, mindless eating. When you're on the computer, it's fine, and you're eating. That is mindless. You're chewing, and you're swallowing, and it doesn't help with your digestion. This is exactly what Rosie's saying. Establish a time and a family rule that everyone eats dinner together. It's really important to do that.
Yes.
To eat, all of us eat together, and because you know we need to nourish our whole system.
Very much. And then Tessa and I, we do believe that you can build your own blue zone.
You can build
Yeah.
your own blue zone. Rosie,
Wherever
our
you
friend,
live.
Rosie, that friend of ours, she eats a lot of natural foods, and
And it's so yummy though.
she is always outdoors. She does deep breathing, also somatic breathing, all kinds
Yes.
of different things. And the thing is the preparation now, so that later on in life we feel good. Yes, and she plays pickleball too. There you go. You know,
Oh, pickleball.
but these are things to keep you healthy. If you do that when you are young, like all of you guys in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, you have
Being
a
a
chance
community.
of building yourself, be in community. Yes, that is part of the blue zone.
Very much. Yes.
A
Yes.
long time ago, right? There would be storytellers coming into the villages,
Yes.
and people wouldn't know where they came from.
Yes.
They would just come, and they kept going from village to village, and they're telling stories. And the people would gather in the square.
Yeah.
And if they know the storyteller is in town, or they saw her coming down the mountain with her dress full of mirrors and things on it, it was just a vivid thing. They got ready. They would build a fire. Dinner would be served. Maybe they're serving coffee, whatever. But that storyteller would come in, and she would tell stories to the village, and it would be so amazing. And that is how everybody came together in the village square.
Yeah. And they got together, right? And then it helped to build, like you said, build the community.
Yes. And
And
nowadays
then that
we
really
have
helps.
book
Yeah.
club. Nowadays we have book clubs.
Yeah.
I'm going to start
So
doing
many
it.
different ways.
Yeah.
Or Sunday self-care.
Yeah, And we have Sunday self-care
Right?
where you guys come and we talk
Yes.
as a community. But
Yes.
morning blessing, that's another community where
Yeah, I
we share.
know.
How are you feeling today? Oh,
Yeah.
this is going on, that is going on. You
Yeah.
learn how to take care of yourself. But that blue zone is important to realize. You have to do the work. No, you cannot wait until you're older and then you're saying,
Yeah.
I wish I had, or I didn't know. You know, the world is telling you, keep
That's right.
moving.
Yeah. Some people, they say that too. I won't do. I will build my own blue zone when I'm retired. Some people, they say that too.
I know they
Oh, I
say
have a
that.
friend from Japan. Hi,
Ah, yes,
Edson.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. Some
Yeah.
people,
So,
they
they're
actually
saying
say that.
they will build their own blue zone when they retire.
Yeah.
What
So
are
is
you
it too
talking about?
late?
What are you talking
I don't
about?
know. Some people, they say that too.
You have to
Oh,
build
thank
your
you,
own
Stacy.
blue zone
Yeah.
now. And it's not a big
Start
deal.
now.
Start with just slowing down,
Yeah.
smiling at yourself in the mirror, laugh at your mistakes,
Yeah.
laugh because you didn't know, laugh because you broke a glass and go, oh, well, I guess that glass wanted to die today.
That's right.
That's my
Funerals.
attitude. That's my attitude. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
service.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for
And
your
then,
service.
what? By doing that, like we can start
You
laughing, right? It's
laugh
kind
because
of silly.
it's like me that they're looking for a mug, cannot
Yeah.
decide on what mug to use to make a coffee.
Oh, that I felt sorry for you. That was the biggest
And
concern of
then I
that day.
realized that was my biggest decision I had to make about they were choosing a coffee
Oh,
mug. So thank you. So something
yeah,
is broken in your life. Don't stress.
yeah.
Say, okay, you're dead. Thank you for your service. You know what I mean?
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, arigato.
Arigato, right? Yes, dude. Oh, when Tessa opened her cupboards, and there are like mugs, collection of mugs.
And they all going. One the man, when they built my kitchen, they came back to see it because it took this man 2 years of listening to me. It was 30 months
2
actually
years.
before I agreed on it. And when he came back, he said, "Can I have a picture of this?" I said, sure. I thought it was the cabinet. He opens the cabinet, he takes a picture of it. He said, all the mugs are aligned, all the colors.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to show this to my wife. I go, oh no, I bet I don't know this woman. But there I am. So you have to enjoy where you are.
Enjoy where you are. I love that.
And
Yeah.
you wanted a house, you now have the house. You wanted a nice garden, you have no house. Do things.
Do things.
My
Yep.
friend Colleen, maybe she's still on now, if she's not driving somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, Colin, every time I speak to Colin, she has a project she's doing
Yes.
in that house.
Oh,
I
she's
know
still
she
here. She's still
enjoys
here.
painting and she's doing
Yeah.
all those things, and I enjoy hearing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll tell me, oh, I painted today, and all my bum hurts, my back hurts. I can't even move, but oh, I really like what it looks like. But you see, that is a blue zone.
Yes, that's how much she was into. You know what? Thank you so much for mentioning Colleen's butt hurts. No, what does that mean? She's just like, oh my gosh. No, because number 5 is purposeful living, right? Discover, pursue activities, volunteering, hobbies, setting goals, etc., etc. Right? So
Mhm.
like your friend Colleen, she enjoyed painting.
And before that, that woman didn't do any of it, but she created a blue zone.
Yeah,
And she paints, and she's,
great.
I don't like cooking. I hate cooking. And now
Yeah,
she's a chef extraordinaire. She realized she has to cook
yeah,
because she doesn't like what is happening in the store. She can't eat those foods. So
yeah,
she's
yeah.
cooking all her stuff. So, and she's busy. She has no time to breathe because she's busy doing the things that are important for her. She's enjoying her life, but
Mm-hmm.
she's moving.
She's moving.
She walks
That's
all
so
the
important.
time. She goes,
Yeah.
she's always walking. She's always on the go.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to do that. That is, and enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, when I go to your house, you don't really stop. In a good way. In a good way.
No, I
I
don't
mean,
stop.
you move so fast. You're just like everything like that too, right? Like, wow, you're so organized. You move so fast.
And that is part of it. Organize your life so it satisfies you.
Very much, yes.
It doesn't,
Yeah.
it might not satisfy anybody you know. But if it gives you that satisfaction, that I use motor. I use motor motion is lotion. Oh my God. We use motor in motion is lotion. So because she's moving, that's the lotion for her bones.
I love that, Colleen.
I love that. I use bones.
I need that lotion.
Lotion. I like that.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Glamour. We are creating our own. No, this is a lady that has her own blue zone.
Oh, my, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
she has all these. She has her own makeup. She's a grandmother.
Yes.
And she has makeup that she sells. She has her own palette of makeup. And she's
beautiful
on there
colors,
showing people how to do it, how to apply makeup.
Yes.
And differently. That is living in the blue zone. Keep going. Not oh, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day in England.
I forgot. There's another one. Have a great grandma Mother's Day.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Is being in the moment. And blue zone is enjoying a good glass of wine with friends, having a conversation with friends, sitting out in the garden and talking to your neighbor across there, seeing the neighbor wave. You're doing something, the neighbor drops in and says, I can help you. Oh, let's do this together. Why not go for lunch? Go somewhere for lunch with somebody. You don't have to spend $400.
No.
Stop worrying about the cost of food. It's not going to go down. So figure out how you can cook it yourself. Can you grow a head of lettuce on your balcony in a box? Tell me. You can have lettuce right into the fall if you have the seeds yourself and you keep dropping it there. Everyone is special. Yes. And the blue zone is having an open heart, receptive, accepting, enjoying people, enjoying food, enjoying what you do, enjoying where you are. You work, people go like this. I work so hard.
The head down.
I work so hard for my money. And they have all these possessions. And they cannot even tell you when last they actually sat down on that couch, closed their eyes and say, I am so grateful I bought that couch. You know, they don't take time to be grateful for what they already have.
Yeah, that's so true.
Please and thank you. When you ask for help and if you say, can you do this for me? Please and thank you. Bye, Grandma.
Thank you so much for coming.
Have a great Mother's Day. So that is what we have to remember. Is to be grateful for what is already in our life and to take time to savor where we are. And it's not to thank you for everyone and everything. Yes, exactly. And a simple thing, instead of when you walk in the streets, you see somebody and right away you're criticizing what they look like. Hold that back, because you are sending it out there, and that criticism is going to come right back to you.
That's so true. Yeah. Whatever you said, it coming back to you.
Yeah, right? Everything you see and you do and you criticize is coming back to you.
You know what?
So you can say, I'm so happy and grateful I saw this tall human being. Oh, I'm so happy and grateful that lady was smiling. Instead of saying, oh, she's smiling and she has no teeth. Stop being an idiot.
You know what? Talking about that things, we have, in Japan, we have very interesting to say that too.
Yeah,
my mom.
That's what she said. We really do not know another person's story.
No, we don't. No,
and we make assumptions. And it's so wrong.
And then, sorry, can I keep?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. So I was making conversation with my client, and I say that words. He said, that's so interesting. I never heard that, but that's so true. The meaning, it's the same meaning. Like when you see someone, you criticize someone, that'll come back to you. That one we say in Japan is when you look up and you spit towards the ceiling,
it comes right back
to you. And then my client, he said, I really like that. I want to use it.
It's true. When you spit in the wind, it blows right back in your face. That's simple as that.
But in Japan we use spit, so that's gross.
I know, but that's what it is. You spit in the wind, it goes back. My mental health has been low lately, but that's okay. I am human, and mental health is an illness. Yes, it is.
We're
But you see,
human, you
you're
know.
halfway there because you
Thank you so much for
realize it is
sharing.
slow. You have to live in the moment. We have
Yes,
to learn to live in the moment.
yes. You know what? Sometimes I have a moment that like I don't I want to shut my phone. I think I want to crawl into my bed. I just want to just like sleep. I need a rest. You know, we do have all moments.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
those
we're human.
moments and you
Yeah,
have those days. The thing is to be aware.
yeah,
Once you know it, you can apply some other energies to it.
yes,
So
yes.
you
But you
know
know,
that
yeah,
you feel mentally, it could be because you're listening to things that bring you down. The news or
something. There's always a cause. Yes.
somebody's constantly telling you how horrible the world is right now. And you're taking it in, not realizing that one of the things
Mm-hmm.
the older generation used to do, when they were finished listening to a sad story, they would go outside and shake
Yeah,
themselves. It's like
yeah,
releasing all
yeah,
what they heard. You
yeah.
know, they
I
just let
understand. Yeah,
it, yeah, they
they
shake
do.
it to a point. If you look at scripture, it tells you when the apostles went somewhere, Jesus said to them, if you do not like what is happening, take off your shoe and shake
Yeah,
the dust of that place off your
yes,
shoe. It's the same thing.
yes. Well, and remember you said shake it
Shake
off, like
it
Taylor
out.
Swift.
Check it out. Check it out. Before you go to bed at night, check
Of
out all the stress
course,
of
you
your
don't need
day.
to bring that things with you
Yeah.
in the bed. Yes.
Checking off the bad energy. Yes, Rosie's right. You have to, when you listen to things that are not nice,
Mm-hmm.
even the news, and it's taking your head, and yes, the word is going to come to the end. You go to the dentist, you need a root canal.
Oh my,
Check
yes.
it out. Check it out. If you do not
Yeah.
check it out, you're carrying it up with you.
Yes. And then Stacy said, waking up with good energy. Yes, that
Yeah.
result. Yeah.
It's good to have a dance at night before you go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Put Taylor Swift, shake it up or shake it off, whatever it is, and shake it. And just
Yeah, that's true.
release, shake it, kick,
Yeah.
jump, do something. Just kick your legs forward, shake your hand, relax, go on the porch or outside, take a few deep breaths through your mouth and then your nose, and then blow it through a straw like Rosie taught
Yes.
us. And that's what
Yes.
we have to do.
Deep breathing. Yeah, that's so true.
What
That's so
else you
true.
have to tie us up? Cry it out, scream it out. Yeah, Rosie's there today. Oh,
Yes.
Rosie's hot. She's fired up and ready to go.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. I love your energy. I love, you guys' energy too.
I,
Thank you
I
so much.
love the
Yes.
energy that everybody brings. I just love
Time
it.
flies. Oh my gosh. Yes.
Because
Did
life
you know?
is for the
Yes.
living.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Life for the
So how do you,
living.
I'm still in bed. Of course, but look at you laughing while you're in bed with us. Come on. That's why we say it's the self-care show. Grab your coffee, put on your robe, and let's get this show going. And that is important.
Yes. It's okay. So over there, we're 3 hours still behind,
Yeah,
right? So
and
7:30.
if you're feeling tired, remember you lost an hour's sleep. So relax today.
I think I will today,
Indulge.
right? Am I?
Yes.
Am I allowed to?
Yes, you are. And Colleen, put the paintbrush down. I'm laying on the couch. Stacy's always
Yes.
on the couch. So we have to remember
Yes.
to create your own blue zone. It starts with you. And it's a
Really? Yeah.
complete life. It's not only food, it's your attitude,
Mm-hmm.
community, prayer, meditation, being involved with God, being
Yes.
involved with family and friend, the universe, understanding everybody has their journey. Let them live their journey. Appreciate what you've got. Be grateful for who you are. Be grateful for where you are. Be
Mm-hmm.
grateful for the people in your life. That is what the blue zone people do. They
Yes.
share, they love, they care, they move, they are constantly on the go.
Mm-hmm.
Live like no one else now, so you can live like no one else later.
Yes. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Tessa. I'm sure everything we share and then applicable.
It is,
Anybody can take action right after watch this show, right?
yeah.
So take action.
One thing,
One thing.
1%. So see,
1%.
so see who is still with us, Yuko. Check to
Want
see
me
who
to
is still.
check? All
Yeah.
right. Tessa-Marie, Nancy, Laura, Stacy, Dawn, Erika, Rosie. Thank you so much for staying with
Let's do
us. You guys are
it. And
awesome.
see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yes,
And
2 weeks.
tomorrow is the morning blessing. So drop by and see what we
Yes.
can have for the blessing. And see you guys in 2 weeks on the Sunday Self-Care Show.
All right.
When I'm
Thank you
listening to
so
you.
much.
Thank you, Stacy. So
Thank
all
you.
these
I will be
amazing
focused when
comments we
I'm
had.
listening to you both. Thank you so much. All right. So yeah, uh, when I post this, and then you can share the Blue Zone tips that we shared today. You can put in a
Thanks, Ruth.
comment, right? Or you can share in the stories. We're gonna be very happy and appreciate it too. Thank you so much.
Arigato.
All
Thank you for
right,
coming.
arigato. Have a wonderful, wonderful
Arigato.
Sunday.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
I love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.